Hey guys, hey, how you doing? Is you doing? Cause technically it's Tuesday and I'm doing. So it is about 12:39 at night and I am up cleaning laundry and washing my pillars and all kinds of good stuff. And I meant to make a video earlier today, but every time I started on it, it just didn't suit. So let me do this so it's not my eye meats. So here's how you get me. Here's how we're doing. So this is day 6. Wednesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I guess today would technically be day 7 almost. I'm gonna say day 6 of the 800 calorie diet, and I'm okay. I'm finding it much easier to make better choices on what to eat and how to eat and why to eat and what kind to eat and when to eat. So let's talk about let's talk about Saturday first. Sunday. Let's talk about Sunday, excuse me. Let's talk about Sunday first. So as many of you will know, that I went to a birthday party. My father-in-law turned 80 and pretty much everybody was there. So there was probably, I want to say, almost 30 of us there at this restaurant. And so I had went to the gym prior that day because my surgeon said that as long as I'm still in a deficit at the end of the day, then I'm allowed to eat back some of my the key word is some of my calories. That doesn't mean eat all of your calories, some of your calories. So I pretty much saved my appetite and saved everything for that night, and you know, because I really wanted something good to eat. And so I got a ribeye steak with mushrooms and butternut squash and broccoli, which is not what they brought me. They brought me a New York strip. They brought me a huge thing of mashed potatoes, onion rings on it, and so we had to, so I dumped the mashed potatoes, and they brought me the mashed potatoes, and so I dumped the mashed potatoes into the salad bowl because I could not even be tempted to have it on my plate. And then I realized very quickly the moment I put the butternut squash in my mouth that it was covered in maple syrup. So that was a no-go. And that made me really sad. It didn't say glazed or anything like that, or I wouldn't have even bothered with it. So I had some salad, no croutons. So I had salad with their ranch, which was only 4 carbs, but I only took 1 tablespoon. I'm very diligent now about what's going in here because I want to make sure that I'm making the best choices I can. So at the end of the night, the cake comes out. It's a 3-tiered triple chocolate mousse cake. Excuse me. Chocolate frosting, chocolate mousse, chocolate cake. And it was beautiful. And so they start cutting up this cake, and you know, I am a sugar addict. I will always be a sugar addict. I can't think of anything else in the entire world that I could want more than a piece of cake the other night. So you know, it's very hard for me to say no. I've talked about that before. It's very hard for me to say no thank you. No. My husband offered to you know, let me share his piece. My husband offered to take my piece, but you know, I did put it in front of me and I did not eat it. So I had a little snaky lick, and then I knew for a fact that if I had any more of that, I would eat the entire piece and ask for more. Yeah, that's me. So actually, my mother-in-law ate my piece of cake, which is perfectly fine with me. I will show pictures, and there's a little clip of everybody there that night. So you'll see a little clip of that and a whole big bunch of pictures. And I'm turning up the light on this thing so you guys can actually see me, because it's dark in the house. So to me, that was a huge NSV for me. The fact that I didn't eat it. Like, I wanted it. I knew I wanted it. I wanted it bad. But I didn't want it enough to throw myself out of ketosis. So that was something kind of mind-blowing for me, which gave me a lot of motivation yesterday and today. So, well, yesterday, because today's just starting, so that doesn't make any sense. I don't make no sense. You guys don't come here to make sense. So, and then we went home, and I logged everything in MyFitnessPal, and I was still at 8. I think I only had like 700 calories yesterday, the day before yesterday. I keep saying yesterday because yesterday, whatever. But that's because I went to the gym, and I anticipated going to town on that steak, and I didn't like it. I anticipated going to town on some cake. I didn't want it. So I didn't end up eating very much. I had like a cup of coffee, some of the broccoli and stuff, some salad, and that was about, and I logged every single solitary morsel that went in here. And I went to bed happy. So the next, yesterday I ate all of my calories, so 869 calories to be exact. And I had salmon, I had lots of spinach, I had chuck roast for dinner. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. So I did get, I went and bought a, what's it called? A food scale. And this one comes from Amazon, and I'll post a little picture of it. It was $15, totally freaking worth it, because it comes with its own bowl. So you can pour liquid or solids in it, and it measures everything perfectly. I was so excited. So I had 4.5 ounces of chuck roast. I had exactly 3 ounces of mushrooms, and I had exactly 2 ounces of potato. Exact. I cut up the potato, and and when I went into MyFitnessPal to log it, it was 9.1 carbs. So I only had 16 carbs yesterday to begin with. So that should tell you where most of those carbs came from, was 2 measly ounces of potato, of tater, as they would say where I come from, of tater. So it really does lead me to believe that I'm very carb sensitive. Since I've stopped, I realized that things that I thought would taste amazing don't. Like the wanting bread, meh, I can do without it. The wanting toast, don't really care. That cake, there was 2 things either was going to happen. I was going to have a whole bunch, I was going to eat it, and end up bathing in the entire 3-tiered cake. I would just see myself kind of just sitting here and then lunging for the entire cake and just smearing it all over my body and singing, never mind. I'm just gonna, what? I didn't say that. We're just gonna, never mind. So, or I was going to have some and it would make me dump, or I was going to have some and it make me just feel really shitty and tired and depressed because I knew I wasn't supposed to have it. Because when I logged just a sliver, and I just mean like an ounce of it into my FitnessPal, it was like 23 carbs, and I was like, wrong answer, keep moving, bye-bye. So, to save myself the gigantic embarrassment of smearing my father-in-law's cake all over my body in front of everybody, I just decided not to have any. So yesterday I did really well. Like I said, I ate all my calories plus about 69 extra, which was fine because I walked like 3 miles yesterday. I'm learning a lot about myself the last couple of weeks, almost a month since I started this kind of diet thingy. And the weight, the weight is not coming off, you know, as fast as I was hoping. This weight isn't just dropping off like a lot of people I know that were doing the keto. Their first month, like 23 pounds down. Unfortunately, I won't know until Friday because I'm not doing my weigh-ins until Friday. So I've got a few more days before I know what I'm doing. I'm hoping that it'll be down. Hoping. Excuse me. So I was just talking on Facebook earlier today, and I thought I would kind of share this little light bulb that I had. If you are experiencing regain, if you're wondering why your weight loss is slowing, there are really simple things that you can do to try to get yourself back on track. And this is something that I've had to like really diligently work on myself this past month. I think I'm 25 days in since I saw my surgeon. So I think it's been 25 days since I've had real carbs or anything, you know, like that. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what are you putting in your mouth? That's the very first thing you need to think is, okay, what am I putting in my mouth? The second thing to ask yourself is it good for me? Does it do something nutritious for my body? Does it help me in any way? Am I going to feel better after eating this? Not during, I'm saying after. Am I going to feel better after I eat it? The next thing, are you weighing your food? Are you actually portioning out and weighing your food? And when you do weigh your food, are you entering it into something so you can see exactly how many calories it has? Because it takes a lot of calories to maintain a weight. It takes a lot. And you might not think that you're eating that much, but if you're not logging your calories and you're not measuring what you're putting in there, and you're just kind of eyeballing, well, this kind of looks like 4 ounces of chicken. This kind of looks like, you know, a half a cup of gravy. This kind of looks like, you know, a half pint of ice cream. You know, so, I mean, if you don't really measure your food and you don't log it, you don't know what you're actually getting into. So a lot of times people are like, I'm not eating that many carbs. I don't eat, shit, I rarely eat any carbs. Like even my husband was like, you don't really eat that many carbs. And I was like, 1 piece of bread, 20 some odd carbs. And I would eat like 2 pieces of toast. You know, I would eat, yeah, I'd have a bite of his sandwich. When we would go out, I would have, you know, a half a bun here, a half a bun there, a half a slice of pizza here, a half a slice of pizza there. And those are all shitty carbs, processed garbage carbs that I would just eat. And then in my head I'd be like, I really don't eat that many carbs. But to be honest with you, I probably ate like 170 if not more carbs per day, easily. Like easy. I mean, just like, and with butter and stuff like that. I'm not talking about the keto. I'm not talking about, I'll get to that in a minute here. You and I gotta talk. So, and then with butter, like I would just take tablespoons of butter and just put it on whatever I want and just not even think about it. Well, 1 tablespoon is 100 calories. So if you are carb sensitive, if you are calorie sensitive, like this guy, a tablespoon of butter is still 100 calories. Still a lot. So, you know, another thing is that, you know, are you exercising? What kind of exercises are you doing? Are you logging your exercise? Are you shaking up what you're exercising? Like if you're doing the same elliptical bike, you know, every time you go, that your body gets used to that. We have a very well-oiled machine, and people say it that way because we are, you know, we adapt and learn things so easily. And our body is always trying to adapt, and you know, you get used to a certain kind of exercise. So if you're only doing like 2 or 3 things every time you go in, your body gets used to it. And so you're not going to be working as hard, and you're not going to feel the burn as much, and it's not going to give you as much as, you know, of a workout as you'd like. You've got to switch it up on days, you know, when I'm going to the gym now, what I've decided to do is that one day I'm only going to do elliptical and bike, and then I leave. And then this damn thing, And then another day I'll go in there and I'll do the bike and then the pool. And then the next day I'll do the, you know, the 2 things. And then the next day, or I'll do the elliptical and pool. So, I mean, I will continue to try to do different stuff. I know it's late. Another thing I want to talk about is that my beautiful friend Melanie Slice Thinner, which I'll put her link to her channel right up now. You'll probably see it before this because it'll be up there and be like, check out Melanie's channel. And then it'll also be in the little link down below thingy type stuff. She did a fantabulous video on keto and how to do it the healthy way, because I was even guilty of it, you know, putting 5 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream in my coffee and doing, you know, the keto cheesecake and eating a lot of cheese and a lot of bacon and not a whole lot of vegetables and, you know, good fats for you. There are ways to do things. It is better if you will sit back and actually do research. But I know a lot of people don't know where to start. Google is your best friend. Duh. You can ask Google anything. You can ask Google anything. You can. How many people eat poop? And Google will bring it up. You could. I mean, like, legitimately. Like, I'm gonna type it up. I'm gonna type that. I'm gonna do it right now. Here's my. Hold up. No, we got this. Hold on. How many people eat poop? Whoops. Okay. Google search. Coprophagia. Coprophagia is the consumption of feces. Wow. The more you know. And the first thing is why I eat my own The second thing is the Wikipedia. The second thing after that, if a human ate poop, what would actually happen? After that, scientists say eating your own poop is actually feasible. And down, how many people are actually eating poop? Google feud. I mean, can you eat your own poop? 10 ways you could eat feces today. Why do people like eating poop? What I'm saying is, I'm just gonna put this out there. Google as your best friend. You can ask it anything. You can ask it damn near anything, and it'll always come up with something weird, or it'll give you the right answer. And the more you know, the better off you're gonna be. I'll tell you that. You guys probably didn't want to know about that today, but I told you. So the more you know, the more you know. So, all right, guys, it's late. I'm gonna link her channel up here. You'll see clips from yesterday. You'll see me and the baby. It'll be really cute, super adorable. Cutie pie. I absolutely adore and love your beautiful, gorgeous faces. And I hope everybody's having a good beginning of the week. And I will talk to you probably not today, but the next day. Yeah, or maybe today. You never know.
He comes walking right over to me and he goes, "When are you going to marry my daughter?" Oh, he didn't even say hi to me.